Hey guys, I'm having some breakfast and you might be looking at this thinking, why on earth am I having donuts for breakfast? But guys, this is not a donut. Well, it is, but it's not the donut you think it is. This is a fried bean cake. And in Ghana, in my people's language, the Ga-Adangmes, this is called Akra or Akla. If you go to Nigeria, the Yorubas call this akara. If you go to Brazil, to the Bahian region, excuse my pronunciation, they call this akaraje. Akaraje. Eat akara. So, I have a really interesting theory about this. Well, not theories. I mean, I in my food explorations, I come up with so many theories and explanations that and hypotheses, that really could use some validating. But without getting too academic about it, the connections I make with this as a Ga person, as a person with Ga ancestry, is that based on the name and what we call this food, I can tell you that I've been reading a book by Henderson Kwate about the Ga of Ghana, and he says when the Gas settled, so we didn't originate in Accra, but when we settled there, we were referred to as the Akras. Akra? Akras. And the home of majority of Ga-speaking people today is Accra, Ghana. What this tells me is it certainly, I think it validates the fact that yes, the Gas, they most certainly did migrate through Nigeria. They most certainly had close ties with the Yorubas. This might be due to the fact that they passed through, or it might also be due to the fact that the Yorubas tasted this food and loved it so much that they also called it akara. We don't know, but the fact that, the Gas were referred to as the Akras, and I'm still doing my research, but if I would say, or if I would take a guess as to which Nigerian people the Gas were associated with, there are more clues with and ties with the Igbos more than the Yorubas. Even in the way the languages are constructed, but I'm not a language expert. The little that I know, I'm finding connections. The folklore that they have, Gas will tell you that they came from Israel, they passed through Goshen, and the Igbos have these similar folk stories. However, akara has become a very dominant Yoruba food. Some people say Hausa, but today it is a major Yoruba food. It was in the past as well. It was transported to Brazil. So this food, it's the original puff puff. Puff puff today is made with flour. But when you move to places like Sierra Leone, puff puff is called akara, and again, I'd say that's a very old name. It's a very old name for this food. So this is the original puff puff, and it is one of the foods of my people, the Ga people of Ghana. So I'm going to go on and enjoy my Akra and Akasan whilst it's still hot. Okay. Good morning, guys. So this is Freda from My Burnt Orange. I am about to have the ultimate and original West African breakfast. Now this is something that you can trace to several hundred years ago. Beans, cowpeas, black-eyed peas, they're indigenous African foods, and we have these beignet donuts, lookalikes called akara, but this is a ball completely made out of beans. There's no gluten, there's no flour in here. It's just beans with some onions and some peppers in. We also have a porridge. Let me just show you. So we have a porridge. This is called ogi. This is made with yellow corn, but if I take you back in time, several hundred years ago, this would have been made entirely from millet or sorghum, and you still get that. You still get that today. You can make it from pearl millet, which is very prevalent around here. You can make it with sorghum. One of those two are referred to as Guinea corn. I forget which ones, but here's the akara. You can see my little boy. He thinks it's something sweet, and I bet you he's dying to take a bite. Do you want to taste it? Do you want to taste it? Do you want to taste that? Do you want to taste it? Yeah, have a little bite. Have a little bite and tell me what you think. Yes? No? What do you think, baby? So, I'd say
yummy.
It's yummy, wonderful. You can have some. So, that's your ogi, and that is the Nigerian term. Wow, my little boy, he's actually taken one. I'm keen. In Ghana, and specifically with my tribe's people, who are the Ga of Ghana, this porridge or the Adas, I'm Ga-Adangme. So my mom is from Ada, and she's more au fait, you know, with the Ada side. She says this porridge is called akasa, and we call the akara, we call them Akra or Akla. She told me the Ga name for it. I can't remember, but we call it Akra or Akla, which is not very far away from the Yoruba name of it. And so I'm having a very old school breakfast today, and I would say today, you know, we have a modern version adds in a side of agege bread, where people literally just tear it open. And like, agege bread is a very soft brioche-like loaf. It's very light. It's so fluffy. I mean, you'd grab a big loaf, but it would only be 100 grams. You know, it's very light and airy. So you would take that and stuff in your akara balls and eat it with the ogi. And look at that, I've got evaporated milk here. I'll be putting that over the ogi with a little bit of sugar, not too much, and that is my breakfast for today. I don't have this very often, but I had a craving and I'm gonna have it, and I have no doubt it's nutritious. It'll be great. Fantastic amount of carbs, but who's judging? I have a little bit of sugar. I'm gonna mix that in. Oops. And I'm gonna take the milk I don't know whether this is dessert or lunch or what. You know, we cannot define this in your modern French style courses of dessert or aperitif, but this is breakfast, y'all. And this is how I'm eating it. This is such a beautiful thing. Have yourself a good meal today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.